Greetings and salutations. All right. All right. Welcome to LoveCast 88. Damn, my frame's too tight. You can't see that I'm literally rolling up my sleeves in anticipation of an evening of good community and almost as good music. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Things look good on this side. All right. But forgive me if I say that a few times by reflex. Paul Carganilla wrote a screenplay. We just did a staged reading for, or a zoomed reading for, last Saturday? Is that right? So, not quite a week ago. And, we rewatched it last night. And, it was a totally cold read. I mean, I literally, it's like watch every page very carefully because you have no idea what scenes you're even in or not. And damn, it was so well written to the people that were cast that it was just no, that's about what I would say here. And then it just kind of very naturally flowed. And one of the things I haven't said in a really long time that was scripted in there. What was it? I think he described it a la Matthew McConaughey. All right. Which is kind of funny, especially funny because I don't think I really got that from Matthew McConaughey. I think I got that from Jim Morrison. And I strongly suspect Matthew McConaughey also got that from Jim Morrison. I think McConaughey and I we're not the same age, but I think we were both listening to Doors albums when we were kids. My beard is back, I suppose, for the thought I'd start growing it back. When did I start? I stopped shaving right after Christmas, I think. I'm going to scroll up to the top of the chat real quick for the first song, see who's here. Christina Beelan's jumped right in and says, hi. I suspect that's Dari that logged in on the Vaudacity Network keyboard. Craig Jackman, how you doing, man? Oh, I see Dari also in here. And Dave Hill, right on. How you doing, Dave? Ned and Benny are here. Anna Gianavola is here. Ruth Sanchez presente. Hi. Mickey Mooney. Mickey, did you get some guitar strings ordered? I'm curious. Mickey is the proud new owner of a Spanish-made classical guitar. I was asking about what strings to get. Roberta Acuna, hello. Alan Betcher from the Cove. A lot of people right now are watching that have COVID for the first time, and shit, Alan. I hope that wasn't a secret. It probably was not. Alan has always lived out loud. We knew each other as kids. And I suspect none of that has changed. My mom, Pam, is here. Alan, I think Alan Betcher wasn't. Alan, weren't you in my mom's homeroom in 8th grade? I think that's the case. Ruth, you're gonna have to clue me in as to why you're reflecting on LoveCast 25 quite so specifically. That was over 50 ago. But I'm curious why that one stands out to you. David Benjamin. Daryl Mills, how you doing, man? Susan Kuhn, hello. Joanne King. Joanne, I talked to Mark and Carol briefly this afternoon. Scrolling. Karen Oliver, nice to be not working Nice not to be working Thursdays anymore. Glad you're with us and not working. Right on. Thank you very much, Daryl. Amanda Benjamin is here. Terry Smith, hello. Scruffy McScrufferson, yes, thank you. Let's see, my chat just jumped way down. Oh, and you know what? I've got it on top chat and not even live chat, so I bet I missed a few. But let's jump into a first song. All right, I was warming up with this one. Yes, Craig, that runs through my mind literally every time I just kind of mumble, scrolling, keep those doggies scrolling. And I don't know what falls in place of rawhide because it doesn't seem right. All right, so tonight's opening song is a classic by The Faces. What the hell is this? This message is held for review stuff. What is going? Oh, because Terry said, God, my ass is swollen, rawhide. Okay, that's funny. I'm glad I got to see that and click over and just spontaneously approve. Does anyone who is YouTube savvy enough know, can I just turn that off? Can I just enable the graffiti nightmare of anybody can write whatever the hell they want? I would really like to know if that's possible, because our audience here at the LoveCast is amazingly just okay with all of this. Anyway, first song this evening is a classic by The Faces. This group is probably why you ever heard of Rod Stewart.
Left it all his words. Thought he was a bitter man when he spoke of women's ways. The trap you had to use you before you even know. The love is blind and far too kind. Never let it show. Oh, wish that I knew what I know now. When I was younger, I knew what I know now. When I was stronger, the can such a pretty show. Steal your heart away. The backstage back on earth again. The dressing rooms are great. Well, they come on strong and it ain't too long, but make you feel a man. But love is blind and soon you'll find just a boy again. Oh, when you want to live, you get a chick, makes you wonder where you are. When you want some more, and she's fast asleep, leaves you twinkling with the stars. Oh, young grandson, there's nothing I can say. You have love just like me, that's the hardest way. Ooh la la. Ooh la 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 la, ooh la la, ooh la 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 la, yeah. I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was younger, I wish that I knew
right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Damn it, I did it already. After the very first song. Okay, Kathy B says you can control restricted mode settings for your smart display. You can turn on or off restricted mode for yourself, and you can turn on or off restricted mode for all other users. All right. All right. All right. Cool. Thank you, Kathy. Christina, thank you. She likes the high note. Actually, I've got notes that are going to be like at least a hack octave higher. Stick around for the high notes. We're just getting warmed up. Hello, Michelle Vanderpool. Oh, good. That's one of Karen Oliver's favorites. Good. That's lovely. What the heck? Right. Okay, where to go? Okay, I'm gonna jump right into another happy song. Oh, Macro, and it's not the Blower's Daughter. That's not a happy song. Yes, Daryl. Got some Irish whiskey. Cheers, man. Yeah. Glad to see neither one of us is dealing with sobriety well, or even attempting to go in that direction. Terry Smith, that's a good one. And now that you mention it, I think I will play a sea shanty probably next week, as a matter of fact. So I'm working my ass off to prepare for our scheduled recording session. When I say hour, I mean I've got a scheduled recording session coming up on, I think we've only set 3 days so far, February 7th, 8th, and 9th, as I recall. I'm going to be driving up to do some recordings with Tim Bloom. And it'll be... I haven't decided if I'm going to put a cover in this recording session or not yet. But the point is to get a bunch of originals recorded in a very good studio and with a producer that I know, love, and trust, and that is Tim Bloom. So one of those songs I'm going to play here in a little bit this evening. Hello, Aaron Powell. Another Tim Bloom fan just now chiming in the chat. And not the only Tim Bloom fan in the chat. Alan Betcher, you would love this guy if you don't know him. Alan's from another part of the country. Alan, are you listening from Centralia right now, or are you in Nashville? Where are you these days? Where are you bunkering down for your? I assume you're quarantining. And yeah, Benny is saying you will be in the best hands. Benny's husband Ned is recording with Tim soon, or has recently. I'm not sure what the schedule on all that is. I just saw that I was in very, very good company. Okay, Alan's in Centralia. Alan and I are from the same hometown. We were friends. We were literally friends in, I think we met in junior high, right? I don't think we met earlier than that. I think it was like Alan and I have been friends since like 6th or 7th grade. Hell, maybe 5th grade. Maybe we met at the 5th grade center. I'm not sure. All right. Carol Smith just made it home. Cool. Mark and Carol were driving back to Lake Havasu. I'm glad you made it all right. Hello, Paul Carganilla. I'd say you're exactly on time. You're just in time. Oh, Benny says Ned recently did. Cool. You have to fill me on how that went. I'd be really shit. Send me some early recordings. Actually, I'd like to hear what y'all have done. Tim just transferred me some stuff he's been recording also. All right. This is a classic from 1967. My mom mentioned recently that I haven't played in quite a while. This is Otis Redding, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when evening comes, watching the ships roll in. Then I watch them roll away again. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, heading for the Frisco Bay. I had nothing to live for. Looks like nothing's gonna head my way. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Yeah. Sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. It's 2,000 miles of road just to make this dock my home. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm gonna sit on the dock of the bay, wasting time. But, ooh, oh, oh, but, but,
Yeah, the Prom King. No, I think it was Homecoming King, wasn't it? It was. I think that's what it was. Yeah, no, it was. It was like home. Yeah, it was. Shit, or was it Prom? No, I think it was Homecoming. Paul's here. What was it? What was it, Paul? What was the dance? It was Homecoming, wasn't it? Scrolling. Damn, my ass is. Now I forgot what Terry said. It was so clever too. Oh, Aaron, I would love to smoke that down with you. Yeah. Yep. Oh, and see now, Craig is saying, "Oh, winter ball." Okay, yes, swollen. Thank you. Oh, my swollen winter ball. God, that's not getting better. Um, oh, my swollen winter formal. Thank you, Kathy B. That is better. So, ew. I think the next one I'm going to launch into came to mind when I was going through my set list tonight because it really this song is by a lady named Patty Griffin. If you've never heard of Patty Griffin, look up her acoustic album. It's something like A Thousand Kisses is in the title. It's Land of a Thousand Kisses. Maybe it's just called A Thousand Kisses. I can't remember now off the top of my head. It's a really, really, really solid acoustic album through and through. But there was one song on it in particular that jumped out at me as though with a highlighter on a page, because it expresses a very similar sentiment to a song I started writing in 2018 that I think I'm going to finish in time to record with Tim in February. Since mine is nowhere close enough to... Oh, Karen Oliver loves Patty Griffin. Of course you do. Because it's Karen, and she has very good taste in music. Anybody else in the chat? No? Patty Griffin? I was really... Alan Betcher said she has some of the best. Yeah. If you don't know her, check her out. Patty Griffin. Yeah. Thank you, Vaudacity Network, putting that in there. Patty Griffin. One Big Love. All right. So, what jumped out at me about this song when I heard it for the very first time is that it was extremely meaningful to a very close friend of mine. Is extremely meaningful to a close friend of mine, and it jumped out at me when she played it for me because of the similarity of the underlining meaning and the similarity in kind of the feel of the song that I've was writing in 2018. I was trying to write it, and it was just too emotionally hot for me at the time to actually finish it. Paul knows Peter Griffin. Of course you do. Thank you, Karen. I'll consider that. In the meantime, here's a Patty Griffin song called Making Pies. It's not far, I can walk down the block, the table talk, close my eyes and break the pies all day. Plastic cap on my head, I used to mind, now I don't care. I used to mind, now I
of my sweetheart. Did I show you this picture of my nephew taken at his big birthday surprise at my sister's house last Sunday? This is Monday and we're making pies. I'm making pies, making pies. Thursday nights I go in tight down to church. Father Mike, he gets me out, and he ain't hard to like at all. Jesus stares at me in my chair with his big blue eyes and his honey brown hair, and he's looking at me way up there on the wall. Did I show you this picture of my sweetheart taking a bus before the war? Of the Greek and his Italian girl on Sunday at the shore. We tied our ribbons to the fire escape. They were taken by the birds. We flew home to the country as the bombs rained on the world. 5 a.m. Here I am, walking the block, the table talk. You could cry or die, or just make pies all day. I'm making pies, making pies, making pies, making Well, I've been thinking of that song quite a bit as I spent. Hey, Katie, who is tubing in on her lunch break. Hello, Barbara Boardman. Thank you for joining us. Zachary White, yeah, you know what? I'm having trouble in this new environment. I'm having trouble with the camera framing just because of the physical restrictions of the place. The early premise of framing, and has been the premise for like 90% of the LoveCasts, is so that you can actually see my hands where they are on a guitar. And now I don't physically have the room. I'm back in my condo in LA, and in order to be in front of the fireplace, which you really can't see anyway, there's so my condo has it's a loft with 18-foot ceilings, and I've built out the thing so that it's like this very large climbable human habitat, I guess. And yeah, it's kind of like my camera has to be kind of right up against a main support post. So it's a
voluminous space. However, Carol, you were just thinking of Patti Smith? Well, I'm kind of like Spider-Man, but without without all that clairvoyance and oh Jesus, sexy Peter Parker. Thank you. You know, I was actually the body model for one of the Spider-Man movies. I don't know, around 2010 or something like that, when they were introducing Venom. They wanted somebody that was Peter Parker's height and just a little bigger, and so they like hired me to come into Sony for a day to take a lot of scans and sculpture of scans, sculptures, and castings of my body, which they then based the muscle suit for the Venom costume from. It was an interesting job. It's a very interesting job. All right, so this song was written. Zachary, it's interesting acoustics in this place because the ceilings are so high, the sound doesn't really echo in any effective way back to me, and it's those like Southern California cottage cheese ceilings that are specifically designed to absorb as much sound as they possibly can do without putting padding up there. So the sound is not bad. It's just not like reverby the way that you would expect in a space that's like I just described. Paul said I would cast Hunter as Wolverine. It's funny because so the comic book guy who invented Wolverine, if I've never said this on a cast before, I don't remember if this has come up. His name was Len Weem. The guy was actually a friend of mine. The inventor, the originator of the character. He died just a few years ago. He died in 2017. I had the honor of throwing one of the first handfuls of dirt on his grave, as was the tradition. And yeah, he was a really, really cool guy, Len. He had a lot of... God, he was so intelligent. Oh my God, his wife Christine was one of those like crazy streak winners on Jeopardy. Very interesting family. In any case, let's just move on, shall we? Yeah, I was once cast very briefly as a Wolverine stunt double for I think it was for the third X-Men movie, and then got canceled the night before when it was realized what an extraordinarily different height discrepancy there is between me and Hugh Jackman. So, bummer, missed that. All right, if Karen Oliver is still watching, this is one of Karen's favorite songs, as I recall. From 1967 again. This is a song by Procol Harum.
take. And her face burns just ghostly. Turn whiter shade of pale. She said there is no reason. The truth is plain to see. But I'm wandering through my playing cards. I would not let it be. I'm 16, best of virgins, leaving for home. And although my eyes were open, they might just as well have been closed. And so it was made of, as the miller told his tale. Let him face it first, just ghostly. Turn whiter shade of pale.
Yeah, that's it's Whiter Shade of Pale. A Whiter Shade of Pale by Procol Harum. That that song, I think I've recounted this anecdote a few times on various live shows, but so it was written by Keith Reed and Gary Brooker, and it's a song of total borrowing. The chord progression is based on Bach's Air on a G string, as it was later transposed. As a matter of fact, I know you can't quite see my fingers, but I capo it way up so that I can play it in a G form with my hands. I like Bach, I would like to play it in the key of G, so I capo it so that such that I can play it in that key. And the lyrics were literally based on. He said he overheard someone. He overheard a couple of people that he didn't know talking at a party, and this guy that he doesn't know says to some girl that he doesn't know, "Wow, you just turned a whiter shade of pale." And he said, I was so blown away by that phrase. I was just consumed with envy. I just instantly wished that I had ever said anything as cool as that to someone at all. So, pretty good motivation to write a set of lyrics, as it turned out. Right on. Thank you, Steve Boardman. Clearly, I missed something here. Oh, So, shit. Mark's got to go to the ER. Yeah, I bet it is a hernia. With Mark was moving a bunch of furniture, right? Just moving a bunch of stuff. So, damn. Yeah. So Zachary White, that was. So it's not a Gibson 12 string. It's an Epiphone. Let's see. It is an. Let me read you here. It is PR 350. It's a PR 350 12 for this one, and I've actually got another 12 string that I'm going to switch to for the next song. In fact, I think I'm going to play probably all the closing songs on this one. Feeling like playing a Beatles song. This 12 string is my Martin DM12. Most musicians have that story of like, I worked a whole summer in some minimum wage dead end job when I was a teenager to buy that guitar, that kind of story. Yeah, I think my story was in my 20s, but it was indeed for this guitar. Kathy B, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah. Kathy, thank you very much. Yeah, I hope whoever makes the link for this is watching. But I'm going to reflect that to Paul. Paul's probably making the actual link for that for these shows these days, right? In any case, this next song, I was playing it out on the balcony as the temperature was changing, so I probably need to tune it slightly. Yeah, we're not terribly far off though. Great news, by the way, on the front of the James Webb Space Telescope. The James Webb is tooling along exactly, in some ways, better than just on schedule, because the mission parameters we were shooting for was to have at least 5 years of research out of the thing. And by the way, so what defines how much time do we get out of the telescope? It's got an onboard fuel tank. And when that fuel tank runs out, it's going to no longer be able to correct exactly where it is in Lagrange point 2, where it's going toward, where it's going to be floating out in space and making its observations. So like, worst case success scenario was going to be, we're going to use so much fuel getting it to its place, that we're going to get about 5 years information out of it. That was like worst case good. And the telemetry is giving us back readings that the European Space Agency rocket that put it on its course was so accurate, we had to use so little fuel in course correction that we have over 10 years fuel in the thing for just course corrections, if we don't have to use any more fuel, if nothing goes wrong between here and approximately Sunday, if nothing mechanically goes wrong in just the deployment of it all, we're going to have over 10 years of information coming in. I mean, that almost makes up for the Library of Alexandria. That is going to be such a boon to human discovery. I can't even express. However, I am now in tune, so I am finished expressing. And here's a Beatles song from 1968. I guess I was in a late 60s mood when picking out the set list tonight. Song's called Across the Universe.
Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither while they pass, they slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my opened mind, possessing and caressing me. Dance before me like a million eyes, call me on and on across the universe. Thoughts meander like a restless wind inside a letterbox. They tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe. Exciting and inviting me. Limitless, undying love which shines around me like a million suns, calls me on and on across the universe. Nothing's
Carol Smith wanted to know, where was my Martin made? Like all Martins, it was made in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. Actually, yeah, I think my first actual instrument learned, to chime in on Kathy and Zach's conversation. I think the first that I ever received formal instruction in was also piano. And you know what? Tambourine is not to be excluded as a legitimate instrument. A lot of people just kind of like hold down 2 and 4 with single strikes, but tambourine is kind of underestimated in terms of like nuance of rhythmical complexities that you can get out of the instrument. Damn it, what is the Rolling Stones have a backup singer. Oh hell, his name is escaping me at the moment. And he's an amazingly good, nuanced tambourine player. He plays it with holds it in one hand, plays every single finger on it on the other hand, slaps it against his chest on a regular basis as just a normal part of the rhythm. Damn, what is that Rolling Stones backup singer's name? That is just driving me nuts. David Benjamin, when I say I learned piano, I mean I took the obligatory piano lessons of childhood. I think I was in piano lessons from like 2nd grade to 4th grade, maybe less than that. Now I know enough chord theory to just like bang out chords in time. I would not in any way, shape, or form say I'm a pianist or sell myself as a keyboard player. Thank you for the super chat, Roberta Acuna. Thank you very much. So I'm going to close out here with one more song. And having finished writing this song in late August, early September, was why I contacted Tim Bloom to begin with and said, let's do let's do some recording together. He listened to the song on a LoveCast and said he loved it and said, well, since you're coming all the way up here, can we record more than one song? What else have you got in the hopper? And so now this next month and one day are going to be designated toward more writing and a lot of fine sanding of a bunch of original songs, including this one. The song is called Lost in the Minute.
sun, red glow in the sky, glow the colors of Spanish mystery. You have to know anywhere we go looks like sunset when you're next to me. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was you. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was you. Your first touch of gray just highlights the way we both want to pass rough history, spending fortunes not made on dreams I have watched fade. Oh, cast it on new links, my chain of regret. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was you. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was you.
All right, thank you. I think that's going to conclude LoveCast 88 in a positive way. Hey, Charity Swanson, Carol DeWald. Yeah, if you're feeling so inclined, drop what you can into the virtual tip jar here. And it's extremely appreciated. My projection is for the upcoming LoveCasts, you're going to see a few more originals debuting, leaking in on a somewhat random basis. Karen Oliver, I'd be happy to. Nick made it in to join Christy for the last song. That's kind of sweet. Yeah, so join us for a Polly's online variety show this coming Saturday at 6 o'clock, California time. We'll be doing another one. And, of course, another LoveCast 89 will be will be next Thursday at 6 o'clock. In the meantime, also, the email address in the other corner of the screen, there, is for the Monday night show, Ask Hunter Anything. I've been kind of amazed with where questions have come in from around the United States. I'm just a collector and purveyor of really good questions. That doesn't necessarily mean that I have good answers. It just means I'd really like to hear the things that you've always been curious about over the course of your life. And let's see what questions we can address together on Fireside Tales for Wolfgang, Mondays at 9 o'clock California time. So, thank you all for joining. Please take a few minutes to say goodnight to each other. Did you see somebody in the chat that you've never seen before? Address them personally and specifically. Give them a chat hug. Make it uncomfortable. This is the time and place. In any case, I love you all. Good night.